And Divergent matters to me because I've seen the impact it has on our kids that we work with, the teenagers, and also the impact it has on the scholars themselves. So I think it's really a project that I really care about and that I want to see continue happening for years to come.
Hi, I'm Lauren Krasinski, and I'm here with my colleague Jeremy Ashton to gain some insight into his OSNM service project and how this work connects with the mission of UN Sustainable Development Goals. What led you to start the Divergent program?
The Divergent program began with a connection that OSNM administrators had to the Rose House, which is the place we work at. And when we first entered there, we weren't exactly sure what kind of service we were going to do because it was a brand new site that OSNM had never worked at before. So we arrived there. It was me and Elizabeth, who graduated last year. And Liz and I arrived there my sophomore year in our business attire, ready to be interviewed, and wound up playing with children and wound up running around the shelter with kids, and very quickly realized that there was just a gap in services they were understaffed as a whole, but there was particularly a gap in services that they felt they had for their older kids, their teenage and more adolescent population. So once we saw those gaps, we decided that was kind of what we were really going to try and fill. So that's how the Divergent program started. But the name itself actually came from the kids themselves named it. When we first started, our very first group of kids named it that because they were all watching that movie.
Where do you see this program going in the future?
So my goal for the program is to make sure it can remain sustainable and that future OSNM scholars can continue to go to it, because it started out as a program that was just me and one other scholar, Liz, like I said, who began it. And it was the two of us going there twice a week, sometimes more than that, because we got really into starting this thing up and got really passionate about it and wound up kind of going above what we were supposed to do. And I loved that experience, but I want to now kind of codify the program as a site that can continue to be funded through OSNM and continue to be supported rather through OSNM, because we get funding to go to the transportation to and back from the site. So my goal is to try to keep that relationship strong and also codify the curriculum and make it a trauma-informed curriculum. But since we aren't social workers or mental health counselors or anything like that, we have to kind of ride the line between just a fun community and a fun empowerment space and adding in those specific things for the population to address things like aggressive behavior and coping mechanisms and things like that.
And now, how does it make you feel seeing other scholars serving and getting something out of your site?
For me, the focus has always been on the kids that we serve. And so that's always kind of been my primary focus and marker of success, is seeing a kid who, when we first started working with them, was super quiet and didn't speak and didn't know what they wanted, and they were really, really scared and kind of lost. And to see them not only graduate high school, but be able to go to prom and go out with their girlfriend and be happy and successful and have a normal, happy teenage life, and be able to email us with their graduation cap and gown and say, hey, I made it, and you guys helped me with that. That's where that makes me feel like we've succeeded. But then also seeing the kind of next generation of OSNM scholars pick up the mantle and be like, hey, we're going to help you with this, has been really, 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 really encouraging, and makes me feel like I've started something, and me and Liz have started something that's going to last beyond our time at St. John's, and that makes me feel really good.